Thank you very much. Now, I worked with movies and television for the past 10 years, and I always felt the pressure to see movies like Godfather, Gone with the Wind, and Casablanca. But the funny thing is that Netflix knows that me and 6 out of 10 people in this room are lying at cocktail parties when we say that we have seen these movies. Incredible, right? And Netflix also knows that we all have a guilty pleasure for really cheesy Adam Sandler movies. Answering the question we all had in our minds, how in the world did Adam Sandler land a 4-movie exclusive deal with Netflix? Well, that decision wasn't so hard for Netflix because they had the data to back it up. They've been using data for many, many years to understand their audience better, what type of content to produce, what type of content to buy and recommend. Now, we at Vionlabs like this kind of thinking, but we wanted to take it to a much deeper level because content is all about emotions. So we taught our computers by using computer vision and machine learning to watch movies. To watch the movies and break them down to bits and pieces. And with bits and pieces, I mean data pretty much that emotionally affects us. Colors, amount of action, the environments, is the movie played out in space or in a big city or open ocean, and try to understand the movies better. Now, I'm going to show you something really cool here. In front of you, you see 2 unique fingerprints for the 2 James Bond movies. One old James Bond movie and one new. Now, what you can see that these fingerprints are pretty much telling all we need to know about these movies. On the right side, we see the new James Bond movies start all of them with a very intensive action scene, and then what I call the Michael Bay syndrome. Just blow things up for the rest of the movie for a while. Old James Bond movies, they're more about character, story, great scenography. And this, suddenly we can watch 2 movies at the same time in less than 10 seconds and understand the characteristics of these movies and create great recommendations in a way that never been done before. Now, we didn't want to just stop there because recommendations isn't everything. We wanted to give the insight to the industry that they're missing out that Netflix has. So we connected all this amazing data to the user behavior. Now, this is really cool. What you see in front of you is action level on content that we consume during the week, and also conversation level on the content that we consume. Look at this. On Mondays, we start up by watching content with very low amount of action. By the weekend, the action level goes up. That makes sense. It's really cool because this is based on real data. Connected to the dialogue level and conversation level, we can see that on the start of the week, on Mondays, we watch content with high dialogue level. By the weekends, the dialogue level goes down. All of us are a little bit tired of hearing people speak. We can relate to that, all of us. So we didn't want to stop there either. We wanted to continue even further, dig deeper. Now, we took geolocation data from the viewers and we connected it to the weather. There's a clear connection. Let me ask all of you here. Would anybody watch a horror movie if the sun is shining outside and the birds are singing? It doesn't make sense, right? Because we want to escape reality when we watch movies. We're trying to get away from our own lives to someplace else. So our environment is very important. So what we did is that we connected all that user data and we found out that the movie Noah had 16,000 views for the past 6 months. Not once, not even the guy publishing the video on the service watched the movie when the sun is shining outside. Only when it's raining. It's pretty interesting to know when you work with content, right? Now, it's really cool because we could also see that movies like Groundhog Day works much better on Mondays and Tuesdays when the sun is shining outside. So, taking this kind of thinking and this kind of products, giving it to the industry so they can really affect their services and get closer to their audience. This is what we have created at Vionlabs. If you guys feel this is interesting, don't hesitate to grab me around the mingle or throw me an email. I love talking about movies. Thank you very much.